Shalom. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And Shalom to all the sincere Akim out there across the four corners of the earth, pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. So this is gonna be a lesson on Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, in relation to the Israelites and how it affects us today, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as they are so called in this world, who are really the true Hebrew Israelites of the scriptures. So to start out, I'll start out at Deuteronomy, the first chapter and the first verse, just to see who the book of Deuteronomy in its totality is addressed to. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness, and in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hazeroth and Dizahab and Dizahab. So this is the book. The book of Deuteronomy is to who? The Israelites. To no other nations. Only to the Israelites that Moses is speaking to in the wilderness as they have been delivered from Egypt. So everything I'm going to read is addressed to the Israelites in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So this is Moses giving warning to the children of Israel in the wilderness. He's giving warning, saying, if you don't obey the laws, statutes, and commandments that I command thee this day, that all these curses and all these plagues will come upon thee and thy seed, thy generations to come. So verse 16, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. So if you look at Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, anywhere you go throughout Babylon, USA, whether it's New York, Miami, Chicago, Los Angeles, you have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans living on the lowest socio-economic conditions. So they are cursed in the city and cursed in the field. And also, wherever you go throughout the whole entire world, anywhere where Israelites dwelt, they are in the lowest portions, what they call the ghetto or the hood. They are in the lowest socio-economic positions and conditions in societies across the world, especially here in America, in Babylon. I'll jump to verse 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. So Israel in their everyday goings face the curses. Whether you're dealing with your own people, and especially when you're dealing with these heathen nations, you're the last hired and first fired. You catch hell from your family. You know what I mean? Families warring one against another. You know what I mean? So as the verse says, verse 19, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. You can't catch a break as an Israelite, especially as an Israelite man. Verse 20, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. So because we have forsaken Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, our forefathers, and we are our forefathers in the regeneration, that's why Israel is in the conditions that they're in. They're in the bottom of society. They're getting shot down by the police. They fill up the jails. Millions of Israelites incarcerated. So like the scriptures say, I'll read that verse again. Verse 20, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand to do until thou be destroyed. So in all our endeavors as Israelites, the curses are there, hindering us from being exceptionally successful in any endeavors that we do, as prophesied by Moses. Why? Because our ancestors, our forefathers broke the covenant. They disregarded the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So I'll jump to verse 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee. The pestilence, and we saw that with our people down there in the Bahamas. That hurricane came and wiped them out. 2,000 dead, over 2,000 dead. We saw that with the earthquake in Haiti. We saw that with Hurricane Maria down there in Puerto Rico on the Virgin Islands. Totally decimated the Caribbean. So the Most High is sending pestilence upon us as prophesied, because we have broken his laws, statutes, and commandments. And 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans refuse to turn back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So I read that verse again, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 21. The Lord shall make pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, whither thou goest to possess it. So like I gave the example of the Bahamas. Some of the islands down there are totally wiped out, totally desolate. So that was prophesied thousands of years ago by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai through Moses.